Pratis, I want to thank, what's this? Torah anytime. I want to thank Chayla Loshen. I want to thank the Eibishter himself. So nice. It's not normal how good the Eibishter is. Ein l'shaya. Ein l'shaya. Ein l'shaya. You can get shikah. Get shikah from thanking the Eibishter. Rabbi Miller once get intoxicated from thanking the Eibishter. I think I did. No, I might. Press 5 now. Yeah. Press it again. If I press again? Pressed it, yeah. There's so much. It's unbelievable how much we owe the top and Shemayim. Now look, when I talk about thanking the Eibishter, I'm going to be a nice broken record. It's fine with me. I believe in thanking for hands and for feet and for breathing and for talking and for seeing and for walking and for being an Adam and not a behemoth. Yeah, sure. And being a Yisrael, a Kleinigkeit. And to be me, das ist gar gewaltig. To be me, the cherry on the pie is not good. I believe, I don't know what Rabbi Miller said, I don't know. Every door has its own Musas Farm. Shem Ramunim says this. Watch out, there's old Musas Farm, that's good. They're all good, but sometimes you might need, more of our stuff. And for our door, I would say, thank the Eibishter for me. You know who I am. Do you have any musig how great I am? Nobody knows. My Adam once called me up. He said, Shvel, you know what I heard about you? I says, don't believe a word. I'm much better than whatever you heard. It's a garnish. I'm Givaldi. My father said that he didn't want, that people shouldn't be maspid. That's a big shvach. We went to Rabbi Yosef Rosenblum. He says, write that on the kever. That he didn't want you should write. It's a Givaldi shvach. Now, I don't want to say anything, the fear of the Gedoros, but in the way I see things, when they're up to, about my matzav, in the end of, after I pass away, I would venture to say, like Chas v'Shalom, my father was a heilige mensch, but for my door, for me, I don't know about, I would say, in case you have any problems in what you have about me when you want to be maspid me, I got some suggestions. You want to know how great I am? You have any musig who you're dealing with? I'm unbelievable. I want to say, I joke around. Believe me, I'm not joking. I'm talking that. So how do you talk like that? It says, you want to know where Baal Gaivanik is going to end up? In Gehenna. He belonged to Gehenna and Gaiva. It's a shidduch. More and Seita goes to town. So I want to say, first of all, if I forget the other guy could do the same thing as me, then that's not Gaiva anymore. It's not Gaiva. And Rav Scheinberg said, if you give Hashem credit, ois Gaiva, forget it. You're gewaldig. I always say this. I say, look, you're going to be the honor that says, I'm nothing, I'm nobody. So when you thank the Eibishter, Shvachim, you thank you for messing me up, Eibishter. Look what you made out of me. A yokel. Do you know that people, they don't verbalize it, but they really feel like that. Eibishter's not that good to me. That guy, he became this. And we're talking to Rukbias. Me, no. Not such a dos yet. So, okay. First of all, anyway. So, when you blow yourself up, and you hold from yourself, I am gewaldig to Shemayim. And you hold, I learn and I daven and I struggle and I try. It's gewaldig. You know what these things are. I'm going to tell you in a second. The Chazals, our Chazals. Anyway, you blow yourself up a good, then you say thank you. No. Now you're a mensch. You're appreciating. You made your goal to be so. It's mafurish. Look at my hat, the old hat. Anyway, but I want to tell you, I graduated from this. I don't do that anymore. I wrote in my hat, somebody gave it to me. I wrote also plenty of good stuff about myself, a Rabbi Tzadik. When the guy put in, they should know to give it to me. I said, you don't have to put the telephone number. You don't have to put the name even. Just write Rosh Hashanah. That's Mendel. So whoever finds it will know where it goes. After I did that, so someone else a friend, one of my Chassidim, comes in and he has a much bigger sticker and he has much more stuff on that. He said, Rebbe, I didn't like what you wrote. I got better stuff for you. Rosh Kabahag, but who knows what? Racial cold, but not Novanik, whatever. So the Elam told me, listen, don't let it get to your head. You know, I said, that's exactly what I'm trying to do. That's exactly why I wear, whenever my self-esteem is not so good, I put on that hat. And then now you know what you're wearing? That's the real truth up there in my head. But, so now it's in there. So I bought a new hat, believe it or not. It's just my name and number. Anyway, where am I holding? So, what? Smashed my hat. Believe me. You see, this new hat looks great. The hat looks good, but I'm a bundle of nerves. If the hat is a shmata, it looks terrible, but I am not a bundle of nerves. I'm not going around all day. Well, what's my hat? The hat, what's the hat? And the ma'am and a chazit, you don't know. The big Eidim, I know certain Chassidus is heavy into that. They say, you put on that hat, and it stays there, lanetzach, unto death we part. When you put on your hat, it's a shidduch lanetzach. What do you have to change it for? I heard this from a Gora Choshev Yingaman, certain Chassidus, that they speak my language in many areas. Anyway, what was it? What? Yeah, they're all good. They're all good. By us, they're all great. Anyway, they're all great. But the one that I talk about the most is the one, it's a danger signal. There's a reason for that. If you ever see a Novanik, you ever see two Novanikers kissing each other in the street, what happened? When they get too friendly, to Simon, there's a midas. When there's a makam on midas, they're in love with Netzach. I'm not joking. You want to break that nasty hakpah. That's not healthy for you. Rav Chaim Halpern used to tell me, hakpah, you can have your whole life. It sits on you. My brother once said to my shviga, my baba, like, who knows who, this neighbor, this charusa, this Rosh Hashiva, he put me down. Because of him, I'm all messed up. Because of him, you're worth something. If you would have no issues, you wouldn't be worth nothing. You need issues. They did you a favor, your parents, when they messed you up and they made all those mistakes. They did you a favor. A parent without mistakes is not a parent. He's a malach. You know, the Kutzker Rebbe says, I have enough malachim in Shemayim. They want to put the name of the guy who gave that on the you don't put the name of the guy. Okay, we'll talk later. Anyway, so where am I up to? Chaim, okay, let's get to, you see, my Olam is smart. Let's get to the point. Let's drink l'chaim. Let's drink it on my side. Eli heinu malch olam, shahak elim edori.
Shraim is not a drink, right? Shraim messed up.
Wait a minute, excuse me, Torah Anytime, do you see what I'm doing? Do you see that? Hey, Torah Anytime, you think I'm a regular guy? Look at this. See, hey, okay? Now you know who you're dealing with. I'm a Rebbe. I'm joking. It's okay. Amen. Sure is Gemuras for everybody. Every bracha I make is Poil Yeshua's for every single yid in the world. You don't know the power of every word you say. Every word you say, a word is night and night. You say a word, Al tiftach pel sudden. I saw this happen. I saw somebody say something, Al tiftach pel sudden. I saw it happen. I don't want to go into detail. He made a bittul about someone in his family. Someone in his family was a star. And I gave the guy a zog, he's a star. And he said, yeah, baloney. A year later, it became baloney. Now, Rabbi say, don't listen to what you just heard. Because we're going to be mavatul, that whole mentality. It's okay, you can say it. Don't make it al tip top. You're going to go around nervous the rest of your life. You said that? Nah, that's why. Leave that. Get rid of that stuff. But Grada, that's what I saw. Now we'll bring a new hashpos. It's a new door. The Eibishter understands us. The Eibishter understands that we have to live with him. We need the Eibishter, more of him we can. The rules are not. There's rules. The rules are still there. Every word in Torah is Kedesh Kedoshim. But some of those rules, Chazal themselves would tell you, watch out. I'm from it. Whatever it is, you need a Rebbe to guide you. What rules? Some people, now I'm going to tell you about rules. Listen to this. What went wrong with Uncle Esav? What messed him up? You know that Reb Nosson used to say, that's all, he was 1,000 heads smarter than Yaakov. If he would have stayed Esav, such a shud. No wonder Yitzchak loved him so much. 1,000 heads smarter. Reb Nosson used to say, he could say that. So what happened? What went wrong with Esav? Nobody knows. It'll take you 1,000,000 years to figure out anybody from way back. But the one thing I want to be ma'ida, there are certain chazals that, for us, that he was not into that. Lamashal. And this is for us 24/7. Ein adam oimid al divrei Torah el im kein nichshel behen tchila. I messed up. First day, I have to speak now. You know, I speak 5 minutes between Mincha Ma'ariv and the commentary. So they show me how to do it. And the first day I messed up already. There you go, Mendel the Batlin. So I say, no. Don't give me no Batlin business. Ein adam oimid al divrei Torah el im kein nichshel behen tchila. That's the process. First you mess up. Those are the rules. First you mess up. Look at the Shvatim. What do we know about that tzidkis? The whole tzidkis that we know, Aval Hashem and Manachlu. That's the whole. The later years when they were doing tshuva, that's their life, that's their greatness. When you finally patched up all the mistakes you made, that's what you're all about. The mistakes gotta be there. Everybody has mistakes. That's life. There's no way out of that. And the Eibishter wants that. Someone comes up. I want to tell you something. Everybody. The Eibishter talks to me all the time. I get messages in the Shayach. I was a little low, all right? Doesn't happen so easily these days. I'm low. My problem is, you gotta hold, get back to earth a little bit. I'm not so interested. The more in the lufted, the better. The more, if your brain is full of dreams of greatness, you're a different person, b'chlal. Do you know that? A person whose brain is full of dreams of becoming great or doing great things with Klal Yisrael, doesn't matter what happens. That your head's full of that, you're a different person. I'm telling you. What you're doing now, you have more energy. If your head is full of happy thoughts, you should know what people call me up. Lately, I'm getting a little bit emotional when they call you up. I don't like this emotional stuff so much. Sometimes they need it. Sometimes I say, listen to me. You want me to cry with you or you want me to help you? The truth is, most people, they want help. And that's why a lot of them, but I'm not going to be brief. You want to know what goes on with my telephone? I'll tell you straight, the matzah. My telephone goes an hour. Nobody calls. They don't like me. Hi, Bazianis. And then in 5 minutes, I get 25 telephone calls. And they always do that. They never fail to do it. Then the whole world takes a break. It's fine. Anyway, Lamaisa. Where am I up to you? Anyway, a person has to get those chazals that are for us. Ein adam oimed al divrei Torah el im kein nishel ben tchila. You must fail. That's a Matthias. Zogt Alta von Avadig. From your failures, now you get your derech on avodas Hashem. I need failures. I must get failures in my life, or else it's not negaya. You know how to fail. Oh, you're a malach. There's a breast of a maisa. It's gevaldig. The Reb Nosson Bibresov had a Talmud who was a Nerdovoy. They say if anybody needed to know Pshat in the Gemara, they told him the hardest Gemara in the world. They told him, and he said, you wait. He disappeared into the Ezra Snoshim. He davened his head off. He came down. He had all the answers. He was a Gavaldi. And Rav Nosson be best, and he noticed Rav Nosson didn't like him because he never came with problems. Please don't look for trouble. But that's the story. All the other Bachram had issues. What's with you? Well, and this issue, he was a smooth operator, and he wasn't Marach Yom. That's the story. I once read this. All right. Don't look for trouble. If you don't have issues, don't worry. It's going to be all right. But what was I saying? Having problems is a bracha. See, people don't know how to deal with Averis. As soon as you do one Avera, they're dead. You see what you did? You just got in kas. You know what Chazal say about that? Call me and get him shotel of your Russia, Marusha. I got angry yesterday at my sister-in-law. My brother-in-law. The shviga, I forgot all about it. My shviga, I got angry at my shviga. I got angry at this. Angry at what? Up your face. I have kinna. You have kinna. It's scary. There's a younger man that put out. I like the to look at it. He's putting out something on kinna. He's doing a great job. The Yolim should have him in mind. It should be Matzliach. The Yolim has to put out a book on kinna. There's so much prevalent kinnas everywhere. You don't even chop how it's killing you. Your brain is loaded with molecules and molecules of starke feste kinna. My shvaga, he has nachas, not me. This guy in base medish, look at him screaming and he knows the stuff. And look at me, Nebuch. This guy, whoa, he has a normal looking house. This guy's normal this. I'm the Nebuch. By the way, everybody's the same boat. You don't know what's going on. Okay, anyway. But it'll be a big union. I was told by come inside, pleasure to see you. I was told by a Gar Chashavayit, and like one of the biggest Rabbanim in Gans Lakewood. He sees my stuff, and he told me he likes my stuff for that reason. He says the Olam desperately needs this stuff. Everyone goes around, he's better, he's the lucky guy, he's okay. Anyway, let's get back to this. So you have to have your kinna type of covered. It's fine. You're normal. You're brought like Hashem made you like that. You know it. I have to be careful what I'm saying. So I don't want to. It's no mitzvah to become a kal, but it says when Yehuda was nechshel, a malach pushed them into it. Sometimes don't look for trouble, but after. Maybe you did something wrong. You blew your top, whatever it is. Maybe a malach pushed you into it. Maybe a malach. I want to tell you something. I'll give you a heter to do that. You know what a chet does to a person? If you know what a chet is, you would run your head off. A chet is not a joke. Even the small ones. What? Don't. But it happened already. We're talking if it happened already. If you have a nature to put yourself down, your nature is always telling you you're no good. You have to go extreme. You have to break your midas. Your number one midas, stop putting yourself down. You'll make a churban beis hamikdash of yourself. Like Gedalia ben Achikum, An v'sanusoi shel Zechariah ben Avkulis, Chorva beis idenu. His anava destroyed everything. Two people, Gedalia ben Achikum and Zechariah ben Avkulis, both were guilty of Anova Yeseda. Anova is the Chorban beis hamikdash came from Tzadikim Gemurim. We have no shaykhs with them. They're holy. Chusim Yagan Aleinu, we have no shaykhs. These greatest people, but we need to learn. Two of them. We call on them. You know how to do it. Moshe knew how to scream when he had to. We know how to smash the luchais. He knew the ropes, how you're supposed to do that stuff, Anova. But some people, they have to be super careful in this door. You're going to make a churban of yourself. Stop that Anova. So therefore, if your nature is to put yourself down, sorry, Bobby, I am done myself like kafschus. Yes, I'm not doing that again. But to the past, no. But you're guilty. No, I'm not guilty. What? But you are. No, I'm not. Now, Thank you so much, Rabbi. He's putting out murder. Rabbi, he's putting out, this is going to save Klaiso. You got to put out a sefer. This is on Bizyonis. Soon you'll have I encourage all my chaver to become a chabrim, and don't be afraid of competing with me. Mutalach, mutalach, mutalach. Somebody said, how can I put it on Bטחון? Then you're going to be, whoa, wow, it's a free country. Put out whatever you want. I have chaver putting out this is on Jonas, I have on Ayin Tova. Yidat Tzaddik is putting out an Ayin Tova, which is unbelievable, beautiful stuff. There's someone putting out his own stam every week. He has a new thing over there. What's that? There you go. There you go. My chaver are all mechabrim. These my chaver are all mechabrim. They're giving vadim. I believe in this. My chasidus is everybody becomes a rebbe. That's it. Okay, anyway. So let's get back to where we're holding. So we made mistakes, and I'm not so good, and I shouldn't have said that to so-and-so. Why did I say that? I made such a fool out of myself. I always do that. Ever since I'm a kid, my parents used to tell me, but there's no hope for a guy like me. I'm just not going to make it. You ever hear that stuff? The brain chatter all day, 24/7? And there's chazara. It says you're supposed to chaza. Ain't a daima who's chaza 100 times. Me'av achas. So the olam is mahada, me'av achas. All these negative thoughts. Why did I do that to so-and-so? You don't talk like that to your wife. And so-and-so saw me do that. Oh no. Now I'll never get the job. Now I did this wrong, that wrong. Oh yeah, I know. I got a chazal that fits to me. We got your number. So you want to go knock yourself and have a ball. You enjoy suicide? Why don't you jump off the roof? Do it quick and smooth. Well, stop it, I'll say every day and knock it up. Do it in style. And you become the official. Okay, go Hagazach. Leiv Nishbar. Like you like a Leiv Nishbar, go. It's a big schus to be a Leiv Nishbar. But it's not a mitzvah to kill yourself. What are you doing? Harachmanis on the guy. Would you do that to someone else all day long? Hacking, he's no good here, no good there. You'd kill him. You do that to a kid, you'd be arrested for child abuse. You knock your kid all day long that he's no good. Well, you're doing it to yourself. That's also self-abuse. What is it? I'm also a child. Everybody's a kid. Canary Israel. So, child abuse. What are you doing to yourself? You have to go extreme. The HR is out to kill you. Tell them just the opposite. I am going to give out, but extreme means you're going to lie. Or else it's not extreme. Don't be so medactic. Is it true? Is it not true? You're gewaldig and bug off. Keep blowing yourself up. Okay, now let's get to the chazals. That I'm chayshid, Esav of Russia, was not involved in those chazals. You have to watch. Ein Adam. One. B'makom shebali tshuva oimdim ein tzadikim gemurim mechaylam amay. 2. He didn't know that chazal. You know, I can't say anything. You know, it's a chutzpah. What do I know? But for us to learn up those people that vayivez. You ever see? There's a lot of vayivezes. Oh, that Rosh Yeshiva, he's a madrega. I'm already out. Or that chashav yungaman, but I'm out. That stuck with the good heart that the whole family loves him. I'm out. That's a bechina of vayivez, right? Vayivez Esav is a bechina. Oh, I blew it. Get me out of here. Mashkiach used to touch up Esav like that. The years. He gave up. He got Zebrachim. That's Vayivez. You blew it. Imtative se'es. Let's say, b'makom shebali tshuva, you'll be bigger than Yaakov. So you kill whatever. I don't care what you did. Do tshuva. You'll be bigger than him. But who believes in b'makom shebali tshuva? Nobody. You know what they believe? If you once did that, it's over. You could do a thing like that, you blew it. You don't believe in Chazal. These Chazal, you have to sit on a Chazal like this, learn most of the spiders. B'makom shebali tshuva is delicious. Yeah, here's another one. Me? He wanted to do a mitzvah nenas v'lo yosai mal alav kazuv ke'ilu asai. All the guys are packing away and learning, and you overslept, right? For whatever reason, you came late, and they were the ones that, whatever, they came to the Siyam, or they came to whatever, they did great things. They danced Simchas Torah, they were Yom Kippur, whatever it was. They did the great stuff, and you didn't. Ma lo v'akasuv kilo asai. Zok the Mashgiach Reb Nosson Zatzal b'shem the Maharal. And I saw the Maharal also, by the way. I saw it once. I should have held it. He said that if you wanted to do it and you didn't do it, it's better than doing it. Now I say simple, from Saragra. He said because when you did it, they're going to mon you. Did you do it b'shleimus? Did you do it with Ava, with Yira, with Simcha? Did you do it l'shem Shemai? It's so easy to do a mitzvah right. If you wanted to and you didn't, it's Ke'ilu, you did it with the whole shleimus. Mashgiach, you remember that? It's half full of a fella. The Chadai is a reason to dance 24/7. That's another chazal. I have 10 of them written up, and I just put out something on. I put out some more stuff lately. My B'tachon Weekly is coming back, the new stuff. And I must have listed 10 like this. Rachmona liba boy. Mr. wants just the ik is your heart. Leiv nishbar v'nid kelekim leisibs. You believe in that? Or nah. What do you mean? Leiv nishbar. Okay, you walk on base medrash. I heard this. Rishon Shurdan said this in BMG. B'shem Dalton Kel. He says, Leiv nishbar v'nid kelekim leisibs. The person who's not a leiv nishbar, you gotta throw him out of here. You don't have a leiv nishbar, you're okay? Something wrong with you. Where's your leiv nishbar? Don't look for trouble. Watch out, Rabbi say. But if you have the leiv nishbar, you have to look at yourself in a positive way. You're lucky. You have the leiv nishbar. It's a bracha to mensch. It's lovely. Anyway, some people are mahadr in having it. Most people are into mahadr min mahadr. I'm a first class leiv nishbar. You got to see how depressed I get. I'm worse than you are. Mahadr by me, I got yours, Chanukah. Mahadr bin Mahadr, I cry sometimes and nobody, it's a bracha and I am. Anyway, don't look for trouble. Okay. So, there are chazals that we have to sit on that for the rest of our lives. All the chazals that make me look better. When you see the guy who just got a bracha under the chuppah, you say, what are you supposed to say? I'll give you a choice. Either say, Kina Taiva Kovid B'tzinu Salman Oilam, or you say, HaKovid Evel Abolim, or whoever gets covered in this world, you just messed up. Forget. In the Vardy, I'm sure, when the guy gets a big kibbutz, they look at him, Nebuch, they rice kriya for the poor guy. Oh, you got the covered, Nebuch. You just blew it. What are you going to have in the NFL? You blew it. Never. We're not getting covered. Oh, you're getting covered. Oh, the whole world should talk about it. What do you get out of that? What? Are you going to get a better shidduch? You're married already. Your wife knows what a mishugin is. What do you think you get? Oh, you got it. So your friends will say, "Oh, you got a bracha." Yeah. So what does that mean? So you got your silly, stupid covered. So happy for you. You never need it. I heard this from a chashav yidi. Told me on himself. He says, I never need this. The mizachman. You don't need this. It's a nebuch. Sometimes the Abisha gives people covered because he realizes the guy nebuch, Alton Kelm, tells a master with 2 sons that one of them he gave very little to eat, and the other one he gave a steak. And they asked him, "Why? How come you?" He says, the guy that Harav isn't learning, he don't need no steaks. He's Baruch Hashem. This poor guy doesn't open a safe. Give him a steak. When you see guys who are getting this covered and that covered, it's a nebuch. Baruch Hashem, I don't need that. The Abishah doesn't give me that garbage. I want to tell you something. I have experience, plenty. When I'm down and out, the Abishah gives me things. I suddenly get I get something. I am very connected with HaKadosh Baruch Hu. When I'm down and out, boy, do I get chizuk. Just then someone walks in, something happens. Just then the money rolls in. something happens. When I'm down and out, I see this, you follow. He's always building you up. You know, I feel like he's a father who knows you need a little, anyway. But if you did get see the Kedushin, don't listen to anything I just said now. That's also to listen. You walk off, and they say, I know why you gave me to the Kedushin, Eibishter, because I'm the best guy in the whole place. I overheard the Mechutin say, let's give so-and-so, he never looks to B'rachim, let's give him a good kibbut. I heard him say that. I don't care what he says. I know the real reason. It's HaKadosh Baruch Hu that knows that I deserve it. That's why I got it. You hear that? That's positive thinking. Anyway, so you have to be happy. Everybody's busy knocking himself all over the place. What a leave? I'm Rachmanis on a Yid. How do you do that? Knock, 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 knock. But if you like to do it, that's fine. You're a little more depressed. That's good. Now, Rabbi Sai, can't wait to tell you my latest mifsim. My minig is the Rebbe gives over his latest mifsim. Wait till you hear this. Oh boy. You thought I was a big Rebbe. Wait till you hear this. Oh boy, what a big Rebbe I am. This happened 3 days ago. Someone comes over, calls me up. Mendel, my daughter has not spoken to, I don't want to go through too many details, has not spoken to me for years and years. What am I going to do? I told him, your problem is over. Back to normal. He calls me up 24 hours later. My daughter, right after you said that, within a few hours, my daughter calls up. She was on the phone for 2 hours. For 4 years, they were trying Tishman Bank to get her. But the only thing is, Mendel, he tells me, the Rimlitzer did the same life as you did. And what Rimlitzer was 10 years, not just, So you're getting there, but you're not holding yet. Okay, so that was fine. That's fine with me. Hey, this I just heard today. I got a telephone call from out of the country. I had 2 of these lately, where they said the doctor said call in the family. We're ready to call them up, call the family. That's the matzah, like face reality. I had 2 of them. And one just this today, I got the report that I had given them a bracha. I don't even remember when. And I said, the guy has yana machla in one of the worst parts of your body. Hara is known to be shreklach. You can't cure it, you can't nothing. It's shreklach. And he has it. And he's already going through years of this stuff. Anyway, and I get the guy calls me, tells me on the phone. He says, do you know what happened? 24 hours after you gave a bracha, you said, he's going to be back to prayer, right? They gave, he suddenly opened his eyes. How do you like that? That was my fist, no? And after that, they drained his lungs, whatever, which the doctor says is impossible. And now suddenly it became possible, and that's the Rebbe's bracha. What do you say to that? Rabbi said, give the guy, all these people, your brachas, it should get better and better. So that. Amen. Now, I told you my latest, years ago, I mentioned how I daven for people. I don't get involved in names. Oh, you didn't spell the name right. Yeah. I'm not into that stuff. This Rebbe, you can spell the name any way you want. You can forget the whole name. And not in my books. This happened years ago. About 25 years ago, I'm a Rebbe. I remember distinctly davening for my whole class. And one boy openly was not matzliach. All the others were. He was not matzliach. And the end of the year, I'm on the phone with the mother. And she tells me her name. Give a seat to Rabbi Krohn. You have a seat? So she said, oh no, you got my name wrong, Rabbi. You hear this? I said the name wrong. I figured that's why. Right. So afterwards, I was careful to get the name right. And after a while, I decided, you're going to check on me getting the names right. Who have a cup? You know how many names I get every day? And I'm tzaflagan. Where did I write it down? Then I have another thing in my head. And who did I write down? Oh, who's this guy again? Who's that guy? I have a cup for this. So I decided, no more name business. Abishter, you'll help me without that stuff. I promise you. When people call me up today, I say, Abishter, you know who that is. Take care of them. Why make life complicated? That's what I'm doing nowadays. Now listen to this. I get a phone call. This is Pashut Givaldi. I get a phone call. Somebody had corona. And they call me up crying on the telephone. It's terrible. I can't move. I'm so weak. I'm so this. 2 days later, so I heard it. 2 days after the thing, I called back the person. And that day, I had davened, Abishter. Half the people that call me up never get through to me. And they're complaining. Do me a favor. I don't need to talk to everybody. I told you, that's enough. I need to do more than that. You'll take care of that person. Do me one favor. As soon as they connect with me, give them what they want. I said this is a week old. 2 days after this person left a message on my machine, that's how I got home. And I am speaking to a Geschmacka person. I says, you're okay? Oh, Rabbi Mendel, you know what happened? I don't know why. As soon as I left the message that I needed a refuah shlema, I felt better on the spot. What do you say to that one? Abal Moifus like me. Be a tamim. Be a tamim. You can have such a ball. Now listen to this, Maisa. I spoke to a younger man who was having, by the way, I do want to tell you, whoever, you don't have to spread Bטחון weekly, spread living Emuna, spread Arush, spread, what's his name? Bidaman. What's wrong? They're all good. But Bטחון weekly is not bad either. But have you ever heard of the hotline? It's hot. They love them. They eat them up. You're still here. They didn't eat you up yet. Such a geschmack. One of the meisim of the world is they still didn't eat up Golombek. He's Givaldi. Anyway. So what do I say? You get Golombek hotline is nothing like the hotline. I listened to it a few times, very short. I went bananas. I said, I'm getting addicted. He's not shy. He's great. Anyway. So, what I want to say about the, where am I up to? No, you got to help me out. Yeah, Bezgedi Bezyenis. Bezyenis is a great thing. You know, you stop in the middle of a speech. What did I say? Where am I up to? So, in the Novantic world, Bezyenis is legal. In the Welt out there, I got it, Bezyenis. You can't do that. By me, that's fine. Thanks. I got Bezyenis, the more the better. It's great. By the way, people I spoke about Gehenna recently, I got flack. My chevra are not, it's not for them. There is somebody who speaks about Gehenna. Oh, is he terrible. He's good, he's a tzaddik, don't worry about him. But for those who like it, So, but I do want to say that 1 minute of Gehenna is worse than the entire Nazi Holocaust, Metchila Batzai. You know that. 1 second of Gehenna is by far worse. We have no musik. So therefore, when you get Bezyenis, you don't get Gehenna. Okay? Givaldi. Anyway, Reb Chatzkel said that the person who gives you Bezyenis, it's kedai to kiss every aver of this person. That's how happy you should be over the Bezyenis that you got. It's Givaldi. Get Bezyenis. Every move you make is Bezyenis. I want to tell you, do you want to develop a taste for Bezyenis? First of all, I have 9-year-old kids that I teach, and I give them a lot of most of positive stuff. I ask them, boys, what helped you the most this year? They all say the same thing. We're not afraid of Bizyanis as much. No, you all kids go through Gehenna. They all, everybody is Bizyanis. They fight. Everything's because of Bizyanis. So I told them, okay, anyway, Bizyanis, I would recommend, first of all, most of the Bizyanis that you're getting is Dimyanis. Come to Rabbi Pam. Your stuff is great. If I got the next one, it's Murdik. If the it's most is not true. Most is in your head. The guy didn't mean it. He talks like that to everybody. And be happy you're not married to him. You know, they're all us. Everybody. So he's, you know what he said to me. So take a piece of paper and write down all the Bizyanis you had the last few days. And make, by the way, you have a lot of Bizyanis that you don't recognize as being Bizyanis. So you don't, nobody called me today. Oh, write it down. Bizyanis, no one called. Or this guy didn't look at me. It all kicks in. And the Vardigas are very keen. They were in touch with themselves. Whatever happened, they had it written down. They learned Musar on it. They learned how covered ever. They know, oh, that's covered. Or your kid got a bad report card. You know what they would do if their kid got a bad report card? I'll tell you what they did in Novandik. They said, it's covered. What do you care? You're trying, you're doing a good job with your kid. Who cares? You did your job. What are you looking for covered? The whole world should say you have a great kid. He never got it. All the things that bother you are covered. You don't chop. You're worried about a Yiddish kid not learning good enough? When the other guy, when the friend's kid report card's not so good, does it bother you? Why about you? Are you achray? You're trying. What do you want? So it's all covered. They touch everything. All your problems are covered. So anyway, that's what they say. When you don't, they now. So the report card, one Bazayan.
Write down.
My shver said, write down all the Bazayanas and say bepem ali. Thanks for this. Thanks for that. Thanks for this. Just do it. Say, Eibishter, thank you so much for that Bazayan, that Sopik Bazayan. My shvaga talks to me lately. That the way, and the fact that I'm sure my sister's angry at me because I never call her. Another Bazayan. It's all you're covered, by the way. Don't be so worried that you're such a ben machaveri tzaddik. You're not such a ben machaveri tzaddik. The real problem is your own Bazayan. I'll tell you the best story in the world. I did something once, Ben Machaber, not so nice. I was Mishana from my Achsanya. So I told Reb Gershon, and I couldn't sleep at night. My best friend, and wasn't nice to me. And Reb Gershon took one look at me. He said, "This is COVID. Your whole problem is nothing more than COVID. The real problem is COVID, and it's silly. It's not because you're worried you hurt his feelings. It's your COVID. Write down all these things, 10 of them, 20 of them, and say thank you and thank you. Don't do it too often. But once in a while, thank you for this Bazayan, thank you for that Bazayan. You'll finally get, or else the rest of your life, you're going to be in a straitjacket. You're going to be afraid. David Blachas, that's all he said. When you get a Bazayan, run! There's a Bazayan waiting for you. Go for it. David Blachas. If it is covered wave, you Bazayan, it's a Bazayan. Let's go! Come on, there's Bazayanis over there. Rabbi Sai, Bazayanis available. Let's go. I once heard Rabbi Galinsky once told me he was in Vienna, and he didn't get Bazayanis a whole day, a whole week, whatever. He was very upset. So he asked around, where can I get some Bazayanis? So he said, go to that store over there. They're good at it. And he went in. I said, what happened? Oh. He said, but if you're actively looking for it, I once was sitting in a car with Rav Galinsky, and Rav Galinsky started singing Muslim Gunim. First he sang, he said, so the Miofaya, and he sang, Ha'olam hazeh daimel praisder. He started singing in the back of the car to himself. Ha'olam hazeh daimel praisder. Ha'olam hazeh daimel praisder. You're not here forever, you know. You know what that does to you? If you know you're not here forever, you're going to enjoy it here. The only reason people have a hard life is they think they're here forever. And they live happily ever after. What happily ever after? You're getting older, and soon you're going to get the walker, and next stop is the new teeth, the fake teeth come in there. Next stop, hearing aid, what? And the next stop, you don't taste the food anymore. I remember in LTE, he used to put sugar all over his chicken and everything because he couldn't taste anything. Next stop, taste anything. What are you happily ever after? The older you get. So if you know you're not here forever, and you enjoy it. Enjoy while you're here. Enjoy yourself. Get Torah mitzvahs. Get Yeshurim. Yeshurim. Whoever has Yeshurim, it's a glick. And Bezyanis is the best kind of Yeshurim. Chaviv and Yeshurim. Thanks for these Yeshurim. Thanks for them. Rabbi Yonah says in the Shari Tshuva, he says he should look at every time he gets Yeshurim, he should look at it like a success in his life. He's in Shari Tshuva. This is Bezyanis. Wow, Baruch Hashem. I'm not going to get. I was once at a chasana, and the Baal Simcha was a Novandiga, one of my friends, Chaim Safran, and he says, I'm making you an aid for a reason. I want Novandic. What do you mean? Don't wear your tie. My wife never had to go through that with her friends. My husband's not wearing a tie. I didn't know my wife would notice, but I didn't wear a tie. So I had a bazayin that nobody knew about except for me. You tell me, what is the guy worried about? Is my tie on good? He's not looking at me. He's worried about his own tie. The ladies are worried about who knows what. They got so much on their head. When a lady, an Americana lady goes to a chasana, it's a major operation. Americana lady, she has to go. It's a lot of yisurim to be an Americana lady. Once you pass 40, Hashem Yerachem. If you're an American lady, if your brains are Olam Haza brains, you're in trouble because half your life, and that's not what it used to. You don't move the way you used to. You're one of those. Even if you are, but you're worried about it, right? Your head's full of the worries about. I gained a pound. I guess you felt. Because you're so worried. But if you love Yeshurim, every inch is Gan Eden. Every second of Bezoyin, every second of not making it, of not being such a Kanaka. Write it down. And say it. Thanks. Do it once in a while, not too often. Thank Hashem, you'll be a much happier person. Now I got to tell you about it says on Yisachar, he saw Menucha that it's good. What's that all about? It was a Ben Torah. Leave me alone. The one who learns Torah has to decide learning Torah is good. And he has to touch up. It's Menucha. Touch it up. And you got to do it every day. You have to make a Birkas HaTorah. Shaloi Baruch Hu B'Torah Tchila. You're not machshiv your Torah. Your Torah won't help you. It's a Ran, famous Ran. The Rab Shulchan brings it down. Birkas HaTorah. Brings out they didn't make a bracha. Birkas HaTorah said it destroyed them. Why? Because Torah won't help you. You're not machshiv Torah. Torah is not going to help you. So that's why they had a Churban Beis HaMikdash. Didn't help them from the sins. The Torah wasn't making it because you didn't machshiv. Even when you make the bracha, B'harevna, able to make it sweet. Before you learn Torah, you have to make as a case proving this to be the most geschmacka thing around. You're supposed to combat the Yetzer Hara. If a person enjoys the Yetzer Hara more than Torah, you have to daven, able to make this sweeter than that garbage. It's so far that stuff is great. This stuff, no. Daven for that. Every day, again and again. So first, Vayam Menucha Ki Toiv. You have to hold from Torah. You have to touch it up. That's Menucha. And you have to Menucha. Torah, I heard somebody, he said, whenever he learns, his blood pressure goes down. He has a very stressed out day. He opens up a Black Gemara. Black Gemara doctors have proven a Black Gemara brings down comma points of your blood pressure. Sit and learn a blood Gemara. Our blood pressure goes down. It's the healthiest thing in the world, physically. And the Shama, learn Gemara. Rav Sharma used to always say, sit and learn. The way he said it. Sit and learn. Sit and learn. Just the way he said it. Sit and learn. You ever felt like, just sit and learn. What could be better? Your Torah needs a plug. You have to always plug it. Because the Torah, there's plenty of plugs. You don't have to. Here, you got a plug. Okay. You keep plugging. That is a Gemara that says like this. By the way, there is a Rosh Yeshiva in Lakewood who told me himself he doesn't collect money. And how does he get his money? He davens all day for Geschmack and learning. He davens for Geschmack and learning. All the time, all day long. And he lives and learning. He knows Shas, he knows Kol HaTorah, this person, you know, big master. He don't do nothing. And he runs a whole yeshiva for years and years. Because he davens for Geschmack and learning. A Geschmack and learning will bring you all the brachas in the world. Okay, anyway. Now I want to say something. There's a chazal. There's supposed to be two of them. One I know. The other one I heard there's another one. That says, Kama tipshay shar inshay. What tipshim people are, that they stand up for a Sefer Torah, and they don't stand up for a Talmud Chacham. They're giving covet for the Torah, and they're giving covet, but they don't give covet for a Talmud Chacham. That's it. The Gemara says, why? Now, I want to be married something. Just like your Machabit, Torah needs a bracha. You know what they say in Brisker? They say, Torah dafom na bracha. Needs a bracha. Needs a bracha. The person also needs a bracha. The person needs a boost. You got to be mechazik the adam. If you don't give yourself, just like you don't learn until you first acknowledge the greatness of it. And vayar menucha kitov. I say that's good. Now you can learn. It's a different kind of learning. That's why in the yeshivas, when they keep telling Bachrim, learning, it's gavaldic learning. So then, Rabbi, so you can take thanks a million. I got some Lashon Kodesh ones. See, one paper is the pink ones, and each one is a different kind. The pink ones are the white ones, and then the Lashon Kodesh one. There's three kinds. Take as many as you can. Oh. So first, yourself, before you open up, before you do anything, first thing is me. Give yourself a plug. An Adam also needs a bracha. You wake up in the morning, I know Yungamani, he told me, before he starts learning, first he thanks Hashem how great he is. Before he starts davening, he says he couldn't daven good until he became a big Balgainik. I'm better than him, I'm better than this, I'm better than that. And then he started davening Gavaldik. So you give yourself a plug all your life. Every day, that's your Musa Seder. Rabbi Yerucham said you should say, B'shvili nivra ha'olam, b'svasayim don't case. You have to spend the half hour, you have the best guy around. You have to do a lot of it. Yisrael is fighting you in all fronts of that. Now I want to say another thing. I told this to my Talmidim. I heard the Kapitchin Rebbe was not sensitive. Was not sensitive. I heard this from one of his Gaboyim. He told me he was not a sensitive person. The Alta Kapitchin Rebbe Romanu. He was not. Now, when he was in Austria and the Nazis came, and they told everybody, they made him do things that to be mashbalim, and he had to sweep the streets, and they made him, he couldn't care less. Didn't mean anything to him. Oh, yes, fine. It didn't bother him. B'chlal, he was not a sensitive person. Now I want to decide, I told this to my Talmidim, they have a lot of fighting going on with their siblings. It's not popular. The little kids fight with their siblings. The midas are right there. Anyway, so I told them, from now on, I'm not sensitive. Shita, I am not a sensitive person. Decide, I'm not sensitive. Oh, you hate me? That's good. I don't mind. Oh, you don't hold for me? Wonderful. Oh, this guy doesn't like me. That's fine. I'm not sensitive. You know, sensitive people, Chazal say that, Rabbi Lang, thanks a million, beautiful job. It's not here? It's in the box. The big box has it in there. Take them out. There's a stack of them. What was I saying? Chazal say, sensitive people, istinus, what? Shloisha, they have no life. People have too much achmanas. They're too soft. They're too nice. They don't have a life. Make a decision. I am not a sensitive person. Just decide that. You don't know what it does to you. Just say it. I'm not sensitive. Decide, because you have 100 messages telling you all day I'm sensitive. I can't handle that. My wife, I'm a sensitive person. How can my wife talk like that to me? I'm sensitive. Doesn't she know I'm a sensitive guy? My brother, he knows I'm sensitive. Why did he yell at me in front of everybody? I'm a sensitive guy. How could he do that? Could this do that? I'm sensitive. Make a decision. I am not sensitive. B'shita. I'm not a sensitive guy. I decided. New mahalach. You'll be so happy. Rav Miller has a whole shmooze. Tuvei tzachazal. Tuvei the shama v'yodish. Cholfu b'shtemeya. Says, happy is the person who listens. They yell at him. But odish, yeah, I didn't hear you. Yeah, oh yeah. You think I'm no good? It's fine. But odish means he's apathetic. Couldn't care less. Decide, you're going to work on it every day. And you must, I am not a sensitive person. Write it in your notes and chazir that for 1 year. And your whole life will turn around. I'm not sensitive. Let's make that official. I am not a sensitive person. Bug off. Who cares? And you'll be zeicha to me this ishtavis. Oh, you hate me? That's so nice. That's fine. That's legal. I'm not allowed to hate people, but you can hate me. It's good. It's fine. In the world, he doesn't like me. The world just turned over. David HaMelech was not a sensitive person. You know that? That was his greatness. He was not sensitive. He couldn't be it. He had midas hashtabas. The Chavis Avava says, Tachlis HaChamudais, the most desirable thing in your life is to be a person who doesn't care if you love them, if people love you or hate you. Go for it. Work on it. Write down, this guy yelled at me. So what? By the way, he didn't mean it. He talks like that to everybody. Be happy you're not married to him. Bug off. He meant it. Yeah, you know what he said? Do you know what he said to me? Oh, I don't know how to deal with that. I need some therapy for that. More therapy. How do you do? Well, she doesn't talk nice to him. Nobody is, if the wife is a witch, oh, are they singing? They couldn't be happier. I lost all my Averas. Let us scream. What? That's the way she is. Kach b'nais tzolafcha deivreis. My shver used to say that. That's the way they talk, man. They scream. Who cares? My nafkamina. I want to tell you what happened to me the other day. My school has been getting very nasty to me. Oh, are they listening? Is Mima now listening to this one? Uh-oh. My school is getting very nasty. Say it again. This is what they did. They shouldn't do that. What they did to me, my school. I'm sure they're all listening. Wait, Rabbi, did you know what Mendel said about you in front of everybody? I'm finished. I'm dead. Anyway, this is what they did. This is true, by the way. The assistant manal comes over to me one day. Now, they could see what I'm doing in class. They press a button. Call my secha b'seven chtavim. They press one button. You see everything going on. I see myself swiveling around in my chair. I see, oh, that's me. Yeah, Rabbi Mendel, that's you. Oh, and they see me taking the apple. I say, oh, is that me? And there's the kid jumping all over the room when you're supposed to be controlling him. Oh, now, they didn't do this. They're not supposed to, because no one will teach anywhere. No, people will do a lot of business. What is this, Russia? KGB? But they potentially can do that. If a kid says he didn't start a fight, all they have to do is press a button in the principal's office. They go back, what time did it happen, the fight? Oh, so-and-so started, you didn't start? Okay, we'll find out. No problem. And they press back, and there's you, and there's him. Come here, blah, blah. Who started? Now say the truth. And the kid turns red. That's just, you know why David created such a thing today? You come to the next world. No more of this business. You're going to see exactly what you did. Okay, so I had a lot of fun with that, by the way. Once two kids in my class they were given an assignment because they didn't do their homework. So during recess, they have to write. Right? So I put them in the room. It was an indoor recess anyway, but they had to do writing. Everyone else is playing, they're writing. Right? And I go with the principal's office. I says, Manal. By the way, my Manal did not do anything bad to me. But I'll get to the story. You'll see. It's a great story. So I went into the assistant Manal's office. Wait, I can see it happening tomorrow morning. Rabbi Mendel, the whole world's talking. You're talking about me on Torah anytime. Okay, anyway. So I'm going to have a lot of fun tomorrow. So he says, okay, Rabbi Mendel. So I come in, I said, something tells me those kids who are supposed to be doing their assignments are doing nothing. Something tells me that. I go, and he said, well, we'll find out in a minute. Pressed a few buttons. Sure enough, they're on the floor playing with the other kids. They're supposed to be doing assignment. They're punished. You do your homework. So I says, we'll laugh to each other. So he says, Rabbi Mendel, you want me to do something for the situation? I says, yes, go right ahead. He gets on his microphone that goes right into the classroom. Get back in your seats right now. The kids look. What's going on? The kids went crazy. We saw them jumping up. What's this? Your voice from Shemayim telling them, get back. It's fucking Givaldi. If you want to get a tzir, I don't know why from Musas say that. Just look at that. You don't have to open no more Musas done. All the Musas firm are out of business. Take a look at what's going on. But let me tell you what just happened yesterday. The Manal says, Ramendel, do you want to see what's going on in your class? I mean, he doesn't do that. He's not supposed to do that. I says, okay, let's see. He decided to press it on me. He says, there's you. I was standing on the desk in the middle of class, and the kids were dancing with me. I was standing like this, come on, the kids jumped in after me. They were on, this one was that guy's shoulders, that we were dancing. Ta-dum, ta-da-dum, ta-da-da-la-la-la-la, ta-da-da-da-dum. We're dancing, I head up, the whole class is going around like this, and I'm on the desk, and he showed the other man, we had a good laugh. Rabbi Shai, get it. Thanks for listening, and I give